Well, this is different. So
Wait, I'm not ready. I'm just kidding.
yeah, it's too late. It's on brand and too late. It's so weird because I have my Twitch layout, but we're not on Twitch. This is a different thing. So
Hmm.
I like, I would. Hey, shout out to. Nope, no, 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 not until tomorrow. Um. Anyway, as everybody can obviously see, and if you're just listening, then yeah, go to YouTube and check out the video. But we are doing a special edition video episode of Dad and Company.
Pew, 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 pew.
I'm here with my co-host of Completely Unrelated.
I'm Jamie Bartlett.
I don't know how else to. So, as usual, this is episode 55. By the way, I can't believe I've made 55 episodes of this. It started off as a just a shitty, uh, crazy whim that I had one day. And then my wife bought me the stuff to record podcasts. And like 8 months later, I recorded a podcast. And now it's been over a year that I've been recording these for roughly once a week. I miss a week every one. I think I've missed 2 or 3 weeks, but not a bad track record for the beginning.
Yeah.
And I enjoy doing it. But since our rebrand, we do top 10. And being that you're here, I figured let's do a top 10 with video games. So
Yeehaw.
we're gonna do. Would you like to inform everybody what we're doing?
Yeah, we're gonna do a top 10 our favorite Easter eggs in video games. At least that's the assignment that I chose to do.
That's fine. So we're gonna do it like we normally do it. We're gonna go 10-1 because we're not animals around here. I always let my esteemed guests go first. So being that you're the only other guest this time, you will go first, and I will give the correct number after and answer for the number slot at the end. If you have any honorable mentions, we'll do them after number 2. If not, that's fine too. But
Perfect.
at the end, we'll do a bunch of shout outs and whatnot. So if you want to jump right into, unless you have something to share, do you have anything to share before we get started?
No, I don't have anything to share. So my number 10 is probably the Konami code turkey in Assassin's Creed 3. I don't know if you knew about this. But you can basically turn a turkey into an assassin.
Give it that little cloak and the. Yes, I did know about this one. It did not make my list, but a good one nonetheless. I love the Assassin's Creed games, so that almost made it just because. I also, for my list, I limited it to one Easter egg per franchise, which was really hard for 2 of my franchises.
I did not limit myself on franchise. I think I only have one overlap though.
Nice.
Like franchise wise.
Okay, so my number 10, the correct number 10, is the Portal level 16 poster.
Oh.
So if you do it right, you can get behind this this wall, this hidden wall, and in the poster, it just confirms that the cake is a lie. So it just says the cake is a lie. The cake is a lie over and over and over again. So that one I really enjoy because it's one of my go-to sayings. I just say the cake is a lie. So it harkens back to my Portal days.
I have not played Portal in a very long time. Actually, I would like to play Portal 2 with you. I don't know how well that would do, like engagement wise, but I think it'd be fun to do nevertheless.
We should do it on stream one of these days.
Beat the whole game in one stream.
Maybe. I don't know if you realize how bad I am at video games.
I don't think you realize how bad I am at video games.
I do. We were terrible at Baldur's Gate last night.
No, we were great.
We were like, how do you I don't know what button to push. So, number 9.
My number 9 is probably the Fallout New Vegas refrigerator skeleton.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull reference.
Yeah, if you're walking down, I think it's Route 160 in that game. You can find a refrigerator with a skeleton in it. And I like the Indiana Jones reference there.
How it should have ended. Indiana Jones, how it should have ended.
Yeah, that is how that series should have ended. But instead, they're making more. Yeah.
Apparently, what is it? Dial of Destiny? Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It was better than Crystal Skull, but
it had to be. There's
yeah,
Crystal Skull. I'm not an Indiana Jones fan at all, but Crystal Skull might be the worst piece of cinema I have ever seen.
Jesus, I'm like, you're glowing. My number 9 is from South Park. It is South Park. I think I messed up my South Park, The Fractured But Whole. Now, the inflection there is very important. So it's the fractured but whole, not the fractured butthole. Play on words. Matt Stone, Trey Parker, you know how they roll. But in the opening credits and cutscene, if you skip it and try and skip it and try and skip it, Eric Cartman gets more and more angry the more you try to skip it. And then eventually he gets pissed off and takes you to the end credits. It's hilarious.
That's funny. I've never played that game. Heard about it.
Oh, my podcast started playing.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
That was, which episode was that? Look in the description. Oh, that was the one where I plugged a bunch of people's stuff. My wife's writing that she does. Go visit that episode and visit her writing. She's really good at it, and she hates it when I talk about it. So you're welcome, babe. But that cutscene skip straight to the end is such a good troll job Easter egg. It cracks me up.
That's funny. I like that one. My number 8. You have 10 fingers up. Should be 8.
I have dance. Oh, like the WCW Four Horsemen.
I don't know what that means.
Oh.
So my number 8 is probably the John Marston's hat in LA Noire. Did you ever play that game? You were like a detective. But John Marston is the main character of Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
And if you're digging through the trash in one of these missions looking for clues for I forget which mission it was, but you can find his hat in the trash can.
That's
and I like it. I mean, it obviously makes sense, but I really like it when developers put Easter eggs from their own franchises in games. I think they're really funny.
Reach for the sky. That was my Red Dead Redemption Matt Mercer from Overwatch. It was terrible. Anyway.
Don't ever do that ever again.
So my next one is from Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare. Yes. Very, very like niche. Very specific. But I guess all Easter eggs are very specific, right? But if you like run down the beach long enough, you'll find a ship and it says King of Red Dandelions on it. And then if you turn your camera like 90 degrees off in the distance, you see this like a ode to Outset Island.
It's awesome.
It's
I love
really,
that.
yeah, yes, it's a really cool.
That's cool.
That one's like one of my favorites. It's really awesome.
I
And
like that one a lot.
it got me a way to kind of sneak Zelda in here twice.
Fair enough. I'm curious as to what your Zelda one is because I also have a Zelda one in here.
Ooh,
But
I wonder if they'll be the same.
Maybe.
We'll find out. Stay tuned to find out.
All right, so my number 7 is The Witcher 3, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the Rabbit Cave.
Yes.
Where there's just dead bodies littered everywhere, and there's this cute little rabbit just sitting there. The only thing that could have made that better if the holy hand grenade was there.
Oh yeah, or if there's like a black knight with like his arms
like hobbling around. Yeah. It's merely a flesh wound.
No, it isn't. What are you gonna do? Bleed on me? That's a great scene. Yeah, the holy. Now, I guess we could have put. Oh, actually, I don't know. But Worms Armageddon had the holy hand grenade in it. So
ooh, I didn't play that game.
It was really fun. I like the like free for all. Oh well, it's like a free for all 2D side scrolling turn based game. So it's like a mashup of all your favorite stuff.
He's joking, everybody.
He's joking, everybody. Always stay hydrated. What are we on? Number 6?
7. Yep.
Did you give your number 7? I'm really good at this. I've been doing it for a while.
The Witcher 3 Rabbit Cave.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about it.
Now it's your turn.
Oh, is this how it goes? I thought you were going to give your number 3 next.
I can.
Assassin's Creed 2. When you give your sword back, and he said, "It's a me, a Mario." it's your Uncle Mario.
I forgot about that one.
I don't know if people consider that an Easter egg, but I absolutely do. Just hearing him like,
I mean, it's gotta be, you know,
with all the gusto and bluster, just
it's a me.
What do you mean? It's a me, a Mario.
Mario.
Like, whoa, okay. But that's my Assassin's Creed entry.
Okay. So my number 6 is Halo 3, and one of the missions, I forget which mission. It's when basically like when you get picked up and you go into their little secret base. When the Covenant attack down some random hallway, there's a door and there's a couple of Marines arguing, and it's the red versus blue cast, and they're just yelling at each other. And the one guy's like, "Let me in." He's like, "How do I know you're not a brute? Do I sound like a brute?" Well, how do I know you're not just held captive by a brute and he's forcing you to tell me that you're you to let me in?
Yes, I love red versus blue and anything. It's so funny. I
haven't seen them in a while.
I say it all the time when people reference red versus blue, but my favorite line is, "Yeah, they have a color for light red, rookie. It's pink." That's a good one. This is right up your alley. My next one is going to be awesome. My number 6, 10, 9, 8, 7. Yep, that's what comes before 7. My number 6 is from 1984. It is from the Video Olympics in 1984. And if you were one of the first 10 people to enter in the initials ERI in every slot of your top 10 scores, then a little message would pop up telling you to send them a letter, and they would answer the letter. But only if you were one of the first 10 people to do it. Yeah. So yeah, top that one for super obscure.
I don't have any super obscure ones on here.
That might actually be like my only super obscure one.
Oh man.
Your number
My number 5.
We're already on number 5. Geesh, we need to mix in some humor so we don't get over too quick.
So in Gears of War 2, I forget, I don't know any of the mission names, which would help. But there's a specific mission, and throughout the beginning of it, there's 3 cowboy hats, and you can shoot these cowboy hats, and all of a sudden, like, someone's like, yeehaw, and yells yeehaw. And then later in the mission, you encounter a corpser, which is like this big, like, squid zombie Halo Gravemind looking thing. And
Say hi,
And-
Dad and Company. Hello.
but
We're doing top
when you
10 video game Easter eggs. Keep going then. Keep going.
But when you encounter the corpser later on, he's wearing a cowboy hat and he yells "Yeehaw" while you're fighting him.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, it's funny.
Look
Yeah.
out for the cowboy. So
Pew, pew, pew.
the reason I say that, so one day my son was playing Overwatch, right? Yeah, someone was playing Overwatch.
Oh yeah.
No, I was taking over for somebody. And I was Cassidy. Yeah, back when I used to play on the Xbox. So I'm in voice chat, and just being the most obnoxious person, that person in voice chat. And I was doing some of the Overwatch voices, trying like Winston and my terrible Cassidy. And then I just devolved into running around with Cassidy going, "Watch out for the cowboy! Pow, 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 pow." Oh, I forgot the best part. Hold on.
Was that you were Xbox app on your phone for the chat? So when we got into the vehicle to leave to go to the store, you were still talking to these people the whole time we were
Oh, yeah,
driving.
that's right.
That's funny.
Confused because there was no Cassidy in the game at that point.
So that's why I say, "Watch out for the cowboy" all the time.
Fair enough. I like it.
So my number 5, yes, is my one entry from Zelda. Here we go. Drum roll. Brrrr. It is from A Link to the Past.
Oh no, they
Oh,
are
no,
the same.
It's the same. It's the Chris
Yeah.
Houlihan room. It's just the best. Like, you could have gone. There are so many other things you could go with Legend of Zelda. You can go in the Ocarina of Time in the courtyard. If you look through a window just right, there are paintings of Bowser, Peach, Mario. In Breath of the Wild, there's the blue horse. I think that is a tribute to Miyamoto.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yep.
And there's also a tribute to Robin Williams in Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, one of the characters looks just like him.
Yeah, one of the NPCs. And even when you interact with him, his little like, huh? Sounds like Robin Williams, like voice lined it. But my favorite is the Chris Houlihan room.
I like that one too. Because in the room, it's like, "You found my secret room. Don't tell anyone about it," or something like that.
Let's keep this
Yeah,
between us.
yeah, let's keep this between us.
It should have said "keep it secret," and then we could have had an Easter egg with a Lord of the Rings reference, all jammed into one.
Yeah. Trying to find a different Zelda one real quick.
Outside of all of the ones I just named.
Yeah.
It's okay to have the same one.
Fair enough. Well, that was my number 4.
Oh,
So
and they were fairly close. Also,
yeah, so this is awkward.
I guess we can
So
explain why, like where it came from.
the
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 Houlihan
Easter
room.
egg. Oh yeah, go ahead.
So there was I think it might have been a Nintendo Power contest, but there was a contest while they were making the game, and to get into one of the upcoming developed games. And Link to the Past happened to be the one that Chris Houlihan got chosen for. And not only that, but it's not just a room that you can walk into. The game has to glitch out, but in your transition between rooms or portals and not know where you're at. And then it defaults to that room. So it drops you into the middle of that room with all them rupees.
Yeah, aren't there like 45 blue rupees in there or something? It's kind of a lot of rupees.
I'm kind of a big deal. Hey,
My name is Chris Houlihan. This is my top secret room. Keep it between us, okay?
yeah, keep it between us was like ... okay. Okay, well, since that was your number 4, I'll just jump into my number 4. And this is the Cal level on Diablo.
Oh, I've heard about this, but I haven't seen it. Go ahead.
So in Diablo 1, there is this I don't want to call it a prophecy, but there was this running gag that there is no Cal level. Like that was the big thing. There is no Cal level. So you'd have a loading screen and it would say there is no Cal level. So everyone's like, where's this damn Cal? There has to be a Cal. If you're telling me there's no Cal level, there's obviously a Cal level. Right?
Yeah.
So in Diablo 2, they finally unlocked a way to be put into this murderous field of cows. And it was just these bovine, I believe, were the creature names.
I'm watching a video. They're like standing upright with halberds. Oh my god, this is goofy.
I also enjoyed that they brought it back for Diablo 3. So if you acquired a bovine birditch, I believe is what it's called.
Yeah.
And took that to your Kunai's cube, then you could open a portal to the cow level. And then the like murderous cow queen or murderous cow king or whatever it was is a huge boss you'd have to fight at the end of it. And it was just waves and waves, onslaught after onslaught of birditch wielding mutant bovine.
Infernal bovine.
Yeah. Lots of loot. It was great. Lots of loot.
That's amazing. I'm just watching this guy just jump around and kill all these cows.
Yes, a shout out to that was then they made this place called Whimsyshire in Diablo 3. And you load into this place. You had to collect like 3 different. Don't start yawning. I have a problem with yawning on this podcast. So you start yawning, and I'm going to start yawning, and it's going to be this perpetual motion of endless yawning, and then yes, we're both going to end up taking naps. But Whimsyshire, you collect. It might have been Wirt's Bell, something from the Black Temple. Shoot, I wish I knew what the 3 were. Anyway, you collect those 3 items, and then you make this like rod, peasant rod or something. And then if you go to this specific place, you can use it to unlock the Whimsyshire. When you travel to it, it is bright colors, rainbows, cumulonimbus clouds everywhere, pots of gold, unicorns, teddy bears, and they're all fucking trying to murder you. And you like when you kill a teddy bear, its head goes flying off. There's blood everywhere. Like, it is brutal.
That's awesome.
But Whimsyshire was the only place that dropped one of my favorite what's it called? Like skin for your weapon. Like what's the transmog? One of your one of the best.
It would just make whatever weapon you had look different. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
And it was like the spectral sword or whatever, and it was just like a hilt and a rainbow shooting out of the hilt.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I enjoyed it. So that's my number 4.
All right. So my number 3 is in GTA 4. If you go up to I forget what it's called in the game, but it's the Statue of Liberty. In Liberty City, it has a beating heart inside of the statue, and it's very it's like when I first heard about it, because I didn't hear about it until the game was like way old, and I went back and sought it out for myself, and it's kind of creepy when you go inside. It's like just got these metal spikes in this heart, and it's suspended. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's a word. You said a word there.
Yeah. It's awesome. I love it.
There are a lot of Easter eggs in those games, right? Like, isn't
Rockstar they're very notorious for having a bunch of them.
Isn't there literally an Easter egg hidden in one of those
probably
Vice City games or whatever they're called? GTA, Grand Theft Auto.
I'm sure there is. I mean,
you whippersnappers nowadays and your Easter eggs.
As I'm rocking in a rocking chair.
Oh, back in my day, we had to search for our Easter eggs. There was no interwebs to tell us the answers.
Now, back in my day, my friends used to come to school and tell me about them. Now I can just go on the YouTubes and watch about them.
That's how it was back in my day.
Back when, man, you lived through a time where there was no internet. That's terrible.
I lived through a time where my controllers had 2 buttons and a joystick.
I remember when I first got my Xbox, the original Xbox, I had the Big Bertha. Yeah. And I came out in 2001. I was born in 96, so I was 5 years old. My hands were this big, holding that junk. Right. I was like this, holding the controller. Like, Daddy, look at me.
I had such a hard time with that. I forget the name. They had a name for that classic controller, didn't they?
The Xbox controller?
Yeah, there was a
Big Bertha.
Was it?
Or no, it was called the Duke, I think.
The Duke, that's it. That is what it was called. Yeah. I had such a hard time with that controller because I have small hands. You've seen the Burger King commercial, right? The old one where the dude's where the dude's holding a cheeseburger, but it's this big, but his hands are. He's like, yeah, I have a problem, holding the burger. Yeah.
Well, the PS5 controller it feels almost as big as the Duke.
Does it?
I think so.
I don't play PS5, so I don't know.
Me either. I just use PS5 controllers on. It's funny when I play the emulated version of Breath of the Wild on my PC. I'm playing a Nintendo game on a Windows platform with a PlayStation controller.
Just the way the good Lord intended it.
That's exactly right. It feels so illegal.
That's funny. So wait, was that Easter egg your number 3?
Yes. Yep. Mhm.
Okay, I thought so. My number 3 is from Halo,
Oh.
and it's not. It's not when the dude grabs Master Chief's ass, or the whoever it is.
That is a good one.
He says, "Here it comes, just hold me," or whatever. Like, hold me, baby, or whatever. And then it's so weird. It's the tribute room in Halo Reach.
I almost put that one on my list. I really like that one.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be on Legendary, you have to be on 2 players, and then
Yeah.
like I don't know, hit a button or something that's out of bounds, right? You hit that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And then all the way back at the beginning of the map, that room opens up.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. But I could have went with a few Halo ones. I could have went with the one that you said. I could have went with the end. I think that one was Halo. Can you hear my dogs?
Mm-hmm.
They're going crazy.
Crazy.
Hey, doggos. I wasn't actually yelling. I just wanted. That's funny. Anyway, but I wanted the tribute room was a really good one, so I wanted to throw it in there. So, what is your number 2, good sir?
My number 2.
Why did you say it like that? Why did you say it like you're from Southeast Ohio?
My number 2 is
Ding 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 ding.
is from Halo Combat Evolved. When when Sergeant Johnson hugs the elite. It's very adorable.
That's it. Yeah, that is Sergeant Johnson, isn't it?
Yeah, I forget what he says. He's
Dude, I'm telling you, it's like here, it's coming or something, or he says like "hold me, baby" or something like that. It's really weird.
yeah, because I forget what it is, but I know it's referenced in Halo 2. At the beginning of Halo 2, the gunnery sergeant asks how he escaped Halo, and Sergeant Johnson replies, "Sorry, guns, it's classified." And it's referencing that moment.
That is funny. So it's classified. Let's see. I was looking for it, but you know what? I just don't know. I'm not gonna look it up. So there was also the other moment that I almost put in here, and I don't remember if it's on Halo 3. I don't remember, but it's Andy Richter and Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
Those two are bantering. So that one is a really good one. I almost put on here because I really like Conan. Conan's hilarious.
There's also the Destiny Awaits posters around in Halo ODST referencing Destiny.
Oh, I don't think I didn't play ODST.
Okay. I think, man, and I think Halo Reach and one of the clubs, there's a brute and he's DJing in one of the clubs. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm just.
Oh, Dad and Company Pod. I didn't even know what you were pointing at. I was like, what the heck? Will you stop picking my nose? Are you serious? Do I have something hanging?
Are you not anymore? I got it.
Thanks, buddy. What on number 2 now?
Rule number 2. Yes.
I think. See, I didn't. Oh, I didn't have them in order.
Say English words.
I don't Well, so I kind of changed it halfway through. I'm trying to decide which one's my new number 2, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say The Witcher 2, referencing Assassin's Creed. There's a hay pile somewhere randomly, and there's a man just dead next to it in the assassin's clothes. And apparently, leaps of faiths do not work in The Witcher 2.
I just want to know, like, I don't remember there being like a really tall building or anything, or even a cliff. It's just randomly like splatted. That is a good one. Are there any other? There are other Witcher ones. In the
Oh,
Witcher, in the
there's so
Witcher
many.
3, there's one where I always want to call her Cece. Cece, do you love me?
Cece's Pizza?
Yes, Siri. Siri, what's the lady in The Witcher 3?
I'm watching this video now, and he is next to a building, next to a wall. So,
Shit.
yeah.
Leap of
Darn.
faith.
Leap of faith, baby.
Let's go.
Cirilla. That's her name.
Cirilla?
Well, that's her legal name.
Cersei?
They call her Siri. No.
Xerxes?
That's 300.
Oh.
The one before that was Game of Thrones.
I actually did not know what that one was because Hash Brown never watched Game of Thrones.
Oh man, you got to. Cersei's the best character.
I
Just
will
kidding.
in like I don't
When
know,
it's not cool anymore.
when it's like 6 years down the road, and then I'm gonna be like, guys,
6 years down.
I found
It is.
I'm playing a long game, okay? It's worth it for the joke. Guys, I found this really, really awesome show you all should watch. It's called Game of Dragon, Game of something.
All right, everybody, I'm leaving. I'll see you.
Oh, that's amazing. Yes. So Theory referencing Xerxes referencing you know what? My number 2 is they're in World of Warcraft. Now, you talk about a game that is absolutely jam-packed with Easter eggs. There are so many NPCs in that. They have plenty of opportunity to reference like
everything. Anything.
Yes. One of my favorite ones that didn't make the list is I think it's in the Undercity. If you go into the Dalaran. If you go underneath Dalaran,
Dalaran? Is that like World of Warcraft Dollar Tree or Dollar General?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Are you done? There is a shark in the waters, and its name is SEGACIDI. Sega CD. But the amount of Easter eggs in that game is phenomenal. But my favorite one is there's a genie in the South Sea, on the islands of the South Sea, and the genie's name is Robin.
I love it.
And when you rub his lamp, he comes out of the lamp. Well, it's like literally, not metaphorically or figuratively, like I'm gonna rub your lamp. I don't know why I said it that way.
I think you made it worse.
That's what I do. He says, phenomenal infinite power, I think is what he says, because you can't use the exact lines as he gets big. And then as he shrinks, it says, itty bitty living space. So that one's good. And then there's like scattered around him, there's like references to toys. There's references to Mrs. Doubtfire, Jack. There's a bunch of things just referencing Robin Williams on that little island, and I think that's awesome.
That is awesome.
So, do you have any
Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. I know we've been honorably mentioning a lot along the way.
Yeah, probably the Borderlands 2 Minecraft cave where the creeper like
Creeper.
pops up and he chase after you. I don't know. I really like that one. Trying to think of other ones.
Okay. There are a lot of them. The severed head inside of Doom. There's some in Paper Mario. There are Easter eggs everywhere, right? And that's why I wanted to do this list, because I knew that there might be a couple overlapping, but our lists would be like very different, and it did not disappoint. And I can guarantee you that we do not have the same number one.
We
would
100% don't have the same number one.
If I were a betting man, and I am, I would bet at least $1.25 that we don't have the same number one.
Wow. Before I say number one, one that I really do like is the Ghost Train and Red Dead Redemption 2. In a specific place in a specific time, just randomly, there's a ghost train that just like goes through.
Hold on. You can't say a specific place at a specific time and then say randomly. It's not. I don't think you understand what the
at a specific time and a specific place. Your horse will start whinnying and get scared, and then the ghost train will appear, and it's really creepy. I love it
because reference?
No, I don't think it. It's just a. I mean, I don't know what it's referencing. I just like the ghost train because it can run through you and your horse like freaks out and stuff.
Oh God!
Oh, and then I'm hesitant to say one of my favorite Easter eggs in that game is the Ku Klux Klan. But all of
you're trying to get me canceled?
No, but all of the like encounters you have with these with the KKK in the game is so funny because the first one you like show up and they're like
does not endorse any activities that the KKK represent or.
So in the first encounter you get to, they're like getting ready to burn a cross, and then they light it on fire, and then it falls on a guy, and then they try to lift it up, and it catches like 2 more people on fire, and then they all just scatter. And then I forget how.
That's fine then.
Yeah, no, and
dying.
And there's like 3 or 4, and they always end terribly for the people involved. And then Arthur Morgan is just like standing there. He's like, "Well, that could have gone better."
They're like Nazis. It's okay. It's okay that, harm befalls them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we could say fuck Nazis. We could say fuck the KKK.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure that
and the KKK
that we're both on the right side of history here. Like, don't
trying to.
What do you mean? Oh my God! You know what?
I'm just kidding. Hey, put that back on the wall. Oh man. All right. Are you ready for my number one?
Are you ready for my number one?
Probably not, because it's probably from like 1930.
What's your number one?
So, are you familiar with Kind of Funny Games Daily?
Yes.
And kind of funny games in general. So they're the main guy, Greg Miller. The lead up to Marvel's Spider-Man the game. It was like the week before, or no, it wasn't the week before. But it seems like every time they talk about it, he'd show up shirtless with a Spider-Man mask on. And in Marvel Spider-Man, there's like a Halloween party or something. and Greg Miller is in there as shirtless Spider-Man. And he's kind of like he's just got like a dad bod, and he's just like going crazy and everything. And so they put him in the game, and I love that because that's my like favorite like video game podcast that I listen to almost every day.
My second favorite video game podcast.
Right behind.
Completely unrelated.
Hey, there you
I don't know
go.
if you remember or not, but these two gentlemen do a weekly podcast called Completely Unrelated.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, they're douches.
Yeah.
One of them, I think, might support the KKK. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the one with the beard's a real asshole.
That is very true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah.
I just want to reiterate, Dad and Company podcast does not support any activities or ideals of the KKK. Fuck them. Anyway, my number one, I'm starting to sweat. My number one is all of the extra characters in NBA Jam that you can get. What?
Like Bill Clinton?
100% Bill Clinton. You got
I would like to reiterate that Dad and Company Pod does not endorse anything that Bill Clinton has ever done bad in his life.
You got Bill Clinton, you got DJ Jazzy Jeff, you got Fresh Prince, all of the Mortal Kombat characters, just a myriad of unlockable Easter eggs inside of NBA Jam. And mixing that with one of my favorite games of all time is not only hilarious, but it's awesome.
I've never played that game, but I've heard about those Easter eggs though.
I don't remember what team did Bill Clinton play for.
No, wait.
Maybe the Bullets, or were they they weren't the Wizards back then. I think they were the Bullets. What team did Bill Clinton? I have to look when I type because I'm built like that.
That's terrible. I do too.
NBA.
I'm from Southeastern Ohio. I don't know how to work computers.
Oh geez. Let's see. Hillary Clinton, Al Gore.
Oh God.
I don't remember what team. I'm gonna say the Knicks. Why not? Anyway, I almost got lost there. That's my number one Easter egg. So, hey, thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Hey, thanks for letting me stop by.
Well, I mean, I needed a top 10 because I'm lazy and I didn't do it this weekend. But
I got you.
Maybe going forward we can record a few more of these and maybe get some more people on the horn, and I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. But thanks for stopping by, Dad and Company podcast. If you want to support our other endeavors, you want to tell people how they can do that?
You can go to twitch.tv/completelyunrelated740. We are live Tuesdays and Thursdays. We just play random games. Tuesdays is we're usually both there, Tuesday and Thursday, but Tuesday is like his day, and then Thursday is my day, and then Sunday we just talk about the weekly video game news. This week we didn't do it because we were playing Baldur's Gate, which I assume we'll play tomorrow, probably, right? Are you playing something else?
No, we'll probably do some Baldur's Gate tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. As long as your computer and my computer can handle it.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. You can find us. We post most of our videos to YouTube. We also have a following on all of our social medias, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. So if you want to find us there, you can. And Dad and Company, I have a Twitter handle that I need to get more active in. I do have an Instagram, but I don't use it. I don't have that much time. I have to delegate my time. So delegate my time. I have to, man, you know what? I'm keeping it. We're not editing that out. But hey, for everybody who is supporting and continues to support and listen, I really appreciate it. If you find us on both platforms, that would be super helpful, and we would really appreciate it. And remember to tell your friends and tell your family, and I don't give a shit if you tell your enemies, as long as word gets out there. Peace.